It's a pleasant we come to you live and direct at the front of the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where we've been journalists for here since morning, from 10 o'clock this morning. We've been here. The occasion is where two representatives from Moscow County have been invited by the Liberia National Police to answer questions relating to the capital fire. They are Representative Musa Abu Kamara of Dixon 15 and also Dixon Seboe of Dixon 16. Two of them are representatives of the opposition Congress for Democratic Change. The two lawmakers were invited by the Liberia National Police to explain something about the capital fire, what they play a role. We do not know what the questions will be in there, but we have posted outside the barricade here. The police officers are not embarrassed, at the front of the building, but the lawmakers are in there. They went along with some of their colleagues. The representatives of the majority of blocks are also there to follow the police inquiry. We do not know what the outcome will be, but as it stands, we stay here. Just to give you a little backdrop of this whole thing, sometime last year, October, to be specific, October 17, the legislature saw itself going into a kind of stalemate, kind of impasse where some members of the lower house decided to remove the then speaker, currently in battle, Speaker Councillor J. not over on grounds that they lost confidence in him. They accused him of being corrupt, involved into act of corruption, appointing members of the committee without plenary decision. That debate took another trend when those calling themselves minority members who were, sorry for that, the police minority members who were supporters of, who were alumni of another contested that action. Many of the time we go there, we saw people throwing stones at each other, people locking doors, people each other. It continues until the Capitol building, the Rotunda, but the joint teaching unknowingly, we don't know how it happened. So the police is investigating that. The investigation continues where there were charges made against some persons. They were charged with arson and other crimes. We don't know what happened here. In the interval, other lawmakers were invited. Those invited included Representative Frank Foko of District number 9, Representative Dixon Seboe of District number 16, Representative Abu Kamara of District number 15, and also Councillor Embattled Speaker Councillor J. of District number 2. So here we just start to do this very brief analysis. We see Representative Josiah Mabiko walking along with Sinan Nomo, along with Luther Collins. They are coming in. We've got to chat with them brief shortly. We want to know what are the big but also we see Representative Frank Seboe coming as well. So we're going to get to them. So we can chat with them. Honorable, welcome. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the press. Thank you, bro. Yeah, but I get to know you. First, let me say we are not speaking for some time. How you doing? I'm okay. Thank God. Okay, so yesterday I saw you solidarity to your colleagues who've been invited by the police as it relates to the capital fire. Just because what was speak in this morning, what have you heard and how things?
Well, I think they were accorded their rights to a peaceful interrogation, and then we are observing the process, and I hope that the police remain on that trajectory. All we're asking for impartial investigation, impartial interrogation. That's just what we're asking for, and we're hoping that everything's going to land the proper way.
Great. Shortly, let's talk about the country a little bit. We saw on social media where some of your property was set up place where the firm and there were arrests made in that case. What's the status?
Well, the accused individuals were taken to court, and then we understood that the magistrates are on go slow, so we are hoping that when they resume, we're going to be taking serious action against that through the court of law, and that's just what we're waiting for. So over 30,000 cocoa trees, most of them was being laid on fire. But we are hoping that justice will prevail and the rule of law will be kept intact.
Finally, at the Capitol yesterday, there was a drama yesterday where one of your police.
That is the country that will correct it.
How do you correct it? Thank you so much. So, thanks for following us. I mean, certainly want to credit on this one. I also wanted to check with my friend Foco, but I saw him going in there. They tried to talk with the police. Mostly one of the police will allow them. Tell us about okay, so the lawmakers are now in.
Honorable Collins, you've been part of this whole saga at the Capitol. Yesterday, you killed one of your colleagues. Previously, the office of Kofa was broken into, and then yesterday we witnessed similar action taken into the vehicle of District Representative Yeke Toluba's vehicle under the instruction of the majority bloc speaker, Richard Cook. Where do you, I mean, stand? What is
that is what, like you're telling you, we shouldn't consider history. What do you mean? What you have done? When they outside you being followed. I mean, we thought we would have known better than other lawmakers in the past. But I think our time is ridiculous.
Is this only frustrating for you?
It's frustrating for me. It's frustrating because the background that I came from, I didn't expect myself to be part of such a situation.
The last majority session, there were communication alleging that some of you, particularly you, Little Collins, Honorable Imparto Speaker for the Kofa, Musa Blady and others, have been asking for session in violation of your rules. This was only on 1, 2022, and then they were actually taking the gave you ultimatum in 2 weeks to be instead, if not,
you will be suspended.
What do you make of that?
I think you also a good journalist. I think you can analyze issues. We are, for me, I know we are in a crisis. So the guys choose to do whatever they want to do. Let them continue to do it, and the drug will keep seeing it.
You still do not consider them as plenary? You still don't?
I don't have to be the one to say that. That's our rules and constitution. They are not. You listen to basic from the what we say.
Even though you can tell us what they said, but that's not important for me. So what happens, Honorable Collins, if, I mean, over 40 of your police are many consecutively, and then take any action against you for quote unquote?
Well, that's why our rules
for quote unquote
suspending your police for not attending or for attending section, you have to go according to the rules.
What are your rules? What are your rules?
You cannot just jump and get rid of your police because maybe you have turned yourself into
do you still stand on your question that you're not going to say no when you come?
As far as I'm concerned, Richard Cook was not elected by me, and he was not even elected. And you can see what his attitude is being established or he's portraying. Is that
Two members.
Is that the kind of speaker you want? You think so? That horse, I mean, many times you can see our attitude. You even observe other countries, international countries, lawmaker in chief. You can see their attitude. The speaker will never go and say, you go and bust into somebody. I mean, it's sad. Some of us, we don't like to talk because, I mean, where we find ourselves with the kind of atmosphere we are in currently.
This is my live. This is the final one from my end, I think from my colleagues. But since October of last year to this specific the 7th of October, you now have the kind of session you were elected for. Your colleagues on the other side are conducting businesses. I mean, they passing budget, they having communication for the executive.
So what you are enjoying from the budget?
No, I'm just asking.
No, you tell me why have you enjoyed from the budget that was passed?
Instead of asking that, but you been there. It's also been alleged that you receive all of your benefits.
I'm telling you, as I say, I don't even have gasoline in my vehicle.
So the question is,
Two members of your colleagues. Two members of your colleagues were caught into the already in the building. What do you expect from them?
I told you that is why we are here. We are here to view our police.
What do you expect? Do you trust the Liberia National Police?
Except you also want to join other people who will say that Liberia is of.
I'm asking you a question specifically.
Well,
you as a lawmaker.
If I should trust the police, I have to trust them. I have to. I think they took off. They should be able to do their utmost best for the Liberian people.
What do you expect from the questioning today?
What else? I know my colleagues did not do what they are charging them for. They have just called them and they're going to explain. And I'm sure they will explain beyond. You see? Okay. If you accuse me, Honorable Collins, of being involved in something, of course I have to appear and explain myself.
I was asking, this is the final one.
Thank you so much.
Up to now, you're not having kind of setting where you met there from. How do you describe your being here from October to February now, and you're not having, you're not working for your people, in my opinion. Because you have to be in session, make your presence fair, what's happening? How does it appear for you?
My impression is okay? And as I'm telling you, I'm well established as a relate to my activity. So coming here, if we have to come here and make sure that the right person is gone, and we have been denied, that's you see. But I also don't want to leave on track because I know my people did not elect me to come and corrupt the entire country. We were elected. Let me speak for myself. I was elected to make positive change. All right. So I can promise you, I'm not going to stand against our own constitution. If we do that, after our existence, our children will be questioned. What did we do? Those are some of the things that we don't want to be a part of. We're here to make sure that our constitution, our law are being protected. Because, this is not a perpetual job that we have come to do. So when we are doing it, we should do it with all of our might, all of our intelligence. Technical-wise, when you should have gone, people will see based on what you did. And if you ever did anything contrary to what you're supposed to do, you'll follow you. It can even follow behind your children. I can tell you, I would not want to call a name, but there was a senator who did something wrong in the past, and that thing he did wrong is named after one of his sons. In my district, and in my county. Whenever, no, not Amajala. No. Okay, no. I'm talking about way back. You see? Okay, way back. So, having observed those kind of attitude and what have you, some of my institution where I work is an ethical institution. Right now, if I leave the UN and just sit on the computer and try to find job, I'll get a job. Because the United Nations never sack you. It is the individual who sack themselves. So, except where you have to, you are involved in age. But once you are within the parameter age range, so fans, your character.
On our program, I'm a little bit interested, taking into consideration the role you play. I'm a little bit interested.
So if the police do not protect and safeguard government, and they're not capable of protecting and safeguarding our lawmakers as well. Just yesterday you saw how a lawmaker's vehicle was damaged under the instruction of the illegal and illegitimate speaker who is purporting and masquerading and oscillating as a so-called regime speaker. This ruthless speaker, coupled with his so-called police inspector general, will be warned that Liberia is not a military state. There are too many deaths in the country, extrajudicial killings in the country. There's massive looting and corruption in the country. The economy is tough. The socio-economic conditions, the material conditions of the masses of the people, the people cannot afford. These are the fundamental issues that the government must contemplate on dealing with. We are given opportunity to govern on the material conditions of the people. You promise the people jobs. You said you will build the roads in the country. You said 10,000 young people will have skills in education. Zero tolerance on corruption. After recovery, civil servants will give opportunity to civil servants to increase their salaries. Those are the issues that people elected you. They did not elect you the office of a certain speaker. They did not elect you to a certain lawmaker. They did not elect you to allow the police to become a threatening force that kills and intimidates citizens across the country. And so we have come to inform you that our two lawmakers that are there, they are there, but they're not there alone. When you deal with the capital building situation and Mr. Konba's vehicle, what he did at the headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change, and what he continued to do in Cape Mount and other places, the King John massacre, this reckless attitude of the government and its brutal police force will not go with impunity. I can guarantee you that.
You spoke about corruption. Last week, the president suspended up to 400 cabinet members because they did not declare their salary. Something that I've never said. They did not declare their asset. Something that never happened in the history of Liberia. We saw it under President Weah. We did not see people declaring their assets under President Weah. Here you are talking about the president not giving evidence of corruption.
But let me say this to you. I understand the nature of your question. Let me say this to you. If anybody should be arrested in this country about the capital building situation, Great Commons should be arrested. I repeat, if anybody should be arrested, Great Commons should be blessed beyond bar. I'm telling you, under the doctrine of superior responde, it is a maxim in our legal jurisprudence that speaks about whatever the unit does, the master or the head takes full responsibility. And so the police was the one in charge of the capital building before the action that brings down the capital building. So if anybody should be here reprehensible or responsible of the consequences that led to the burning of the capital building, it means that Mr. Common is a suspect that needs to be investigated by the Liberia National Police for independent security apparatus. Not only that.
The crossing of Omiyeka Kodwa was done by his police for other lawmakers in the capital building. Why are you allowing the executive?
So who did you see? Who did you see burglarizing the speaker's office? Were the same lawmakers, right? Were they given any court warrants? Were they instructed? Liberia is a country of rule of law.
That is why you ask, why are you bringing that is in the legislature.
No. You have a puppet speaker. Excuse me, listen to you. Listen to me. No, are you a journalist?
I am a journalist.
Okay, but I'm seeing you with any microphone or whatever. But I'm responding to you, so give me a chance.
No,
give me a chance. Excuse me, don't be a regime journalist. Give me a chance. Will you give me a chance? Excuse me, will you give me a chance? Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me. Will you give me a chance?
Let me ask a question.
Excuse me, you did not ask the question. I've understood the question. You excuse me. Don't bring your feelings. Let's regime journalists. Do not be a puppet of the regime.
Why are you linking
Journalism is a noble profession. Journalism is a noble profession. It's not for puppeteers. Excuse me. When you give me a chance, you need to be reticent and comport yourself very well. Excuse me. This is not play here. We're discussing several issues that boils around national security in our country.
You haven't answered the question.
So you ask a question. Because the legal speaker, the rubber skin and kangaroo speaker went on national radio on one of her appearances and said to the Liberian populace and to the rest of the international community that he is a regime speaker. Now, when a purported speaker announces and speaks to the Liberian populace in a manner and fashion, then it presupposes to us that the regime is the one masterminding, orchestrating these forms of lawlessness, ruthlessness, and they are nothing but apostles of this order who trying to create panic and chaos in the country. So he said that. I don't know who made him a professor at a university. No sound professor will take to the microphone or speaker will take to the microphone, because if you understand Article 3 of the Liberian Constitution, you will not make such a reckless or statement. Statement that is driven by verbal diarrhea. To say that you are a regime speaker, it means that you undermine the separation of power under Article 3 of the Liberian Constitution. Because the Liberian Constitution, under Article 3 of the 1986 Constitution, clearly speaks that we have 3 distinct branches of government with equal, separate, and coordinated functions. So each one must not interfere into another, so government will be on the basis of functional and vibrant democracy. For a purported, a caricature, a political tarot, tabula rasa, and neophyte who masqueraded under Mr. Baga's wing as a speaker. So I'm saying that he is a regime speaker and he asked me a question. Why am I putting out to the executive? Then your question is fundamentally lacks basis and lacks iota of the bureau actors in journalism. So let me say this to you. Which internet do you report from? I'm concerned. No, you have discussed it. Let's take next question. Let's take next question.
You are attacking the public on the media.
Which entity? What's the fear? What's the fear? I don't know you. What's the fear? What's the fear? What do you mean by entity? What's the entity? Next question. Next question. Next question. Grace. You're more of a regime. Grace.
I say you don't get any coffee.
Why are you insulting me?
You are getting insulted.
I'm your mother. Why are you insulting me?
Mr. Prince, I can't insult you. Our country shut down.
Nothing to the public conditions of the people in the hospital. It's immaterial to the condition of the people in the law school, the students, to our health workers, to our nurses, to our teachers. The current state of Mr. Baka's economy is in total devastation. It's a mess. It's a mess. And now I'm saying that the regime will focus on the bread and butter issues and forget about political witch hunt.
Do you think this government is corrupt?
The government is now corrupt. The government is now corrupt. But the government is a working corruption machine.
This is the government that suspended 400 of their capital because they did not get the asset. President, we have
You are a bastard. Because government officials were in compliance of the rule of law. On the contrary, you do not have the rule of law. As I speak to you, there's a process in the Supreme Court at the legislature. This is unprecedented in the political culture and topology of our body politic to have two speakers. So, for Mr. Baka here, for Baka to say suspending people who cannot give their access, it is belated. Now that it is belated, but I think it's a sway. It's a sway the minds of the people for the real issue. The real issue is that there's a corruption in the camp. The real issue is that there's a corruption at the Ministry of Public Works.
All right, folks, so we've been here for some hours now. We've been going live. This is how we let it go on. Shortly to be back on. We are still here waiting to see what happens. How long will the lawmakers stay in there? Other colleagues follow there, went there along with them. We saw this morning, we saw Representative Yaka Kaluba, we saw Representative Samuel Kogai from the majority side. We just saw Representative Marvin Cole, Representative Sina Nomo, Representative Frank Foko, Representative Luther Collins all entering. They have entered there already. But we're waiting to see what's going to happen. But the police has placed a barricade here. Nobody is allowed to cross this barricade. I'm seeing them there trying to prevent the sheriff from the court from entering there. So we're here. Thanks for being there. My name is Prince. This is how we like to call it a day. This is how we like to call it a day on this edition of our live broadcast. Join me again another time for another live broadcast on the then. My name is Prince Moba, and this is how we let it go off. Bye bye. I'm out.